From cutting-edge tech to jaw-dropping skyscrapers, 2025 is shaping up to be a year of unmatched innovation and ambition. The world is gearing up for some of the most mind-blowing megaprojects ever conceived, and today, we're diving into the top contenders that are set to change the game. From groundbreaking renewable energy initiatives to futuristic transportation systems and record-breaking architectural feats, this year is all about pushing the limits of what's possible. Get ready, because you won't believe what's coming in 2025. 2025 is most definitely the year for renewable energy fans, and that's all because of the massive and highly anticipated Dogger Bank wind farm. For those who have never heard of this project, the Dogger Bank wind farm is the world's largest offshore wind project. Finally rising in the UK's stormy North Sea, like a superhero squad of turbines, this project is worth an eye-watering £9 billion. Price tag aside, this green energy giant is set to generate a staggering 3.6 gigawatts of power by 2025. To put that into perspective, that's enough electricity to power 6 million homes across the UK, equivalent to keeping every Netflix binge in Britain running for decades. This incredible engineering marvel is powered by 277 GE Haliade-X megaturbines that make up the wind farm. Towering at 260 meters, taller than the Eiffel Tower's shaft, these giants spin with rotor spans nearly as long as 2 jumbo jets lined up nose to tail. If you're still not impressed, consider this. The Dogger Bank wind farm spans an area a staggering 10 times the size of New York City. Born from a 2010s vision, construction kicked off in 2020, and finally, after 5 years of construction, in 2025, some turbines will roar to life and start generating power. Estimated to be completed in 2026, the project is expected to slash CO2 emissions by 1.5 million tons yearly. That's the equivalent of erasing 2 million gas-guzzling cars from roads. On the other side of the world, India is making all the news, because they're on track to launch their first bullet train. What would have been a dream just a decade ago has finally become a reality, as India is about to open a sleek, silver beast rocketing between Mumbai and Ahmedabad at 320 kilometers per hour. That's so fast, it will revolutionize transportation in a country long known for its traffic congestion. This project involves 508 kilometers of track, cutting travel time from a grueling 8 hours to a swift and seamless 2. The crazy part about this is the $17 billion speed demon isn't just borrowing Japan's legendary Shinkansen tech, it's upgrading it. We're talking about earthquake-proof tracks, seats smoother than a Bollywood dance sequence, and the ability to go back and forth in half the time it would take you to travel from Mumbai to Ahmedabad. Oh, and that's not all, because there's also a 7-kilometer undersea tunnel near Mumbai. To truly understand this project, let's talk scale. This thing needs 12 stations, 24,000 workers, and enough steel to build 25 Eiffel Towers. Sadly, due to delays and land disputes that threaten to turn the project into a real-life game of Monopoly, the project will not be completed in 2025, and the first phase might roll out in 2026. But when it finally zooms in 2028, it'll be a game changer, shaving millions of car trips off the roads and firing up India's economy like a turbocharged auto rickshaw. So if you find yourself stuck in Mumbai traffic this year, take it all in, because before long, you'll be zooming past trucks, cows, and existential dread at near airplane speeds. India's future is finally arriving, and it seems right on track. And while India's railway is impressive, you definitely are not ready for what's going on in Dubai. See, Dubai's skyline is set to shatter records again with the Ciel Tower, a 373.5 meter needle of luxury that will officially become the world's tallest hotel-only building in late 2025. Surpassing the 358 meter tall Javora Hotel, this skyscraping marvel is so tall that if you stacked 17 statues of liberty on top of each other, the torch of the topmost Lady Liberty would still be 10 meters shy of Ciel's breathtaking rooftop infinity pool. Yes, you heard that right. An infinity pool in the clouds. Designed by Noor Group Consultants and engineered by China's CR18BG, this $1.2 billion marvel isn't just tall. It's a masterclass in vertical problem solving. Construction began in 2019 with 12,000 cubic meters of concrete and 3,000 tons of steel. But the real genius lies in its wind-defying design. Using computational fluid dynamics, engineers sculpted its tapered silhouette to slice through Dubai's desert gusts like a samurai sword. In essence, by 2025, guests will have the chance to swim in an infinity pool soaring higher than the Eiffel Tower at 306 meters, dine in a sky restaurant perched at 353 meters, and wander through a stunning 12-story atrium garden, all while the tower's cutting-edge wastewater recycling and energy-efficient tech slash air conditioning costs by 25%. First announced in 2018, Ciel faced the same delays you would expect any typical Dubai megaproject to face. However, it managed to stay on track and plans to hand over the keys this year. When completed, this 1,004-room colossus won't just host tourists, it'll crown the marina skyline as a symbol of Chinese-Emirati collaboration under the Belt and Road Initiative. For engineers, it's a case study in balancing wind loads and fire safety. And for the rest of us, it's proof that even gravity has its limits. Let's head back to India for the next stop. Rising from Gujarat's salt-crusted Rann of Kutch, like a mirage made real, the Khavda Renewable Energy Park isn't just a solar farm. It's a $20 billion symphony of steel and silicone. A sprawling 726 square kilometer masterpiece set to generate 5 gigawatts of clean energy later this year. For context, that's enough electricity to power 3.5 million homes. Spanning an area equivalent to 100,000 football fields and covered in solar panels and wind turbines, this colossal Khavda hybrid project is so vast that it surpasses the size of Singapore and is even visible from space. Built by Adani Green Energy, with construction kicking off in 2022, the park features 4 million bifacial solar modules that absorb sunlight from both sides, increasing energy output by 30%. For this project, engineers tackled dust storms with waterless robotic cleaners and made saline groundwater drinkable using desalination plants. By February 2025, transmission lines will extend 180 kilometers to supply Gujarat's grid, while AI-optimized wind turbines with a 4-gigawatt capacity spin alongside solar panels, delivering uninterrupted electricity. Once fully operational by 2030, Khavda's 30-gigawatt hybrid output will offset 58 million tons of CO2 annually, the equivalent of shutting down 15 coal plants. For perspective, the 2025 phase alone could generate enough power to sustain all of Mumbai. A testament to resilience in a desert where summer temperatures soar to 50 degrees Celsius, Khavda is more than just India's green energy giant. It's living proof that even the planet's toughest environments can inspire humanity's boldest innovations. And if you're somehow not impressed enough by this, join us as we take a trip to Saudi Arabia for something truly mind-boggling. Picture a city where the roar of engines fades into silence, replaced by the smooth, effortless glide of sleek, driverless trains beneath the desert sky. Welcome to the Riyadh Metro, a $22.5 billion engineering marvel transforming Saudi Arabia's car-centric capital. Launched in 2012 as part of Vision 2030, this mega-project is designed to tackle Riyadh's rapid expansion and notorious traffic with 6 lines, 176 kilometers of track, and 85 stations. Imagine stretching 2 London Underground Central lines back-to-back, but with AI-powered trains and futuristic stations straight out of a sci-fi movie. The centerpiece? Zaha Hadid's King Abdullah Financial District Station, a sleek, spaceship-inspired marvel that's pure architectural adrenaline. Whether you're heading to King Saud University or the King Khalid International Airport, there's a line for you. The Blue Line stretches 38 kilometers with 24 stations, while the Orange Line is the longest at almost 41 kilometers. What makes this metro truly special, though, is its fully automated trains that glide silently along their tracks, all powered by renewable energy. With an initial capacity to serve 1.2 million passengers daily, it's expected to ramp up to 3.6 million as more people discover its efficiency. Opened between December 2024 and January 5, 2025, in its first week alone, it welcomed nearly 1.9 million riders. Here's the wild part. The Riyadh Metro isn't just about transportation. It's a key piece of a bigger vision to elevate urban living in the city. With pedestrian-friendly areas and smart ticketing systems, it aims to make commuting not only easier, but also enjoyable. Engineered with cutting-edge precision to withstand desert extremes, this metro is so futuristic that some lines even feature rubber-tired trains to reduce noise, because who needs sand and screeching? It's more than just a transit system. It's a dynamic blueprint for a post-oil era. And if that doesn't impress you, consider this. The entire project cost as much as building 15 Burj Khalifas. Saudi Arabia isn't the only one with big plans for the year, because Japan is also on its way to shocking the world. And it's all thanks to a colossal ring rising from an artificial island in Osaka Bay, a shimmering timber and steel halo stretching 2 kilometers in circumference. This is the Osaka Expo 2025 Grand Ring, an $830 million marvel set to anchor one of the most ambitious world expos in history. Designed by architect Tsuyoshi Tain, this isn't just a roof. It's a symbol of circularity, echoing Japan's philosophy of harmony with nature. Born from Osaka's legacy as host of the groundbreaking 1970 Expo, the 2025 iteration aims to tackle humanity's biggest challenges under the theme Designing Future Society for Our Lives. The Grand Ring's design is a silent revolution, a hybrid lattice of sustainably sourced timber and steel, crowned with solar panels and rainwater harvesting systems for a greener future. Its 20-meter wide canopy will shade pavilions from over 150 nations, all while generating renewable energy. A fusion of high-tech innovation and megastructure design, like a futuristic forest. Come 2025, this ring won't just captivate 28 million visitors. It will serve as a testing ground for cutting-edge technology, from AI-powered urban planning to carbon-neutral infrastructure. Fun fact, its circumference is as long as 20 bullet trains lined up nose to tail. But instead of speed, it's designed for endurance. A blueprint for cities that flourish without depleting the planet. Osaka is betting this ring won't just symbolize unity, it will engineer it. Heading back to the Middle East, where history is taking shape, emerging from Abu Dhabi's sands. Designed to look like a futuristic oasis, the Guggenheim Abu Dhabi is an engineering masterpiece, bringing an art lover's wildest dreams to life. Designed by renowned architect Frank Gehry, this $450 million masterpiece is set to surpass New York's Guggenheim as the largest in the network when its unique, asymmetrical cones unfold later this year. Picture the scale of stacking 18 Empire State Buildings worth of exhibition space. That's the magnitude we're dealing with, as galleries flow around a central courtyard, naturally cooled by advanced versions of ancient wind tower technology. However, despite its monumental significance, the construction journey has been far from smooth since breaking ground in 2011. Delays in concrete deliveries, labor reforms, and even Gehry's bold cone cluster design have forced engineers to rethink steel fabrication from the ground up. At last, the payoff is here. This museum stands as both an artistic beacon and a cultural connector, displaying contemporary art from West Asia and beyond, while also serving as a platform for global discussions on art. And here's a little pro tip. Those jagged exterior cones aren't just Instagram bait. They're climate control warriors, shielding visitors from 50-degree desert heat while creating mesmerizing shadow plays. When this marvel finally opens its doors, it won't simply showcase art. It will embody art itself, with every welded joint echoing Gehry's defined approach to architecture. Any fan of megaprojects will agree that this video wouldn't be complete without highlighting a project from China. This time, they've constructed a steel giant spanning the Huajiang Canyon, towering high enough to stack 2 Eiffel Towers beneath its deck without reaching the river below. Introducing the Huajiang Grand Canyon Bridge, the soon-to-be tallest bridge on the planet, standing at 625 meters tall. Set to open in late 2025, it's taken 3 years of extraordinary engineering to defy the forces of gravity. This $280 million behemoth isn't just breaking height records. Its 1,420-meter main span will be the longest suspension bridge ever built in a mountainous terrain. To build this, engineers battled hurricane-force winds and jagged cliffs to hoist 22,000 tons of steel trusses using a smart crane system guided by China's Beidou satellites that cut crew sizes by half. For context, they used space-age tech to move 3 Eiffel Towers worth of metal to build this bridge. The plan here is when drivers zip across in 2 minutes instead of the grueling 70-minute canyon detour, they'll unlock economic gold for the Guizhou province. That's not all. Tourism is expected to soar as well, with plans for glass elevators ascending the towers and a walkway soaring 404 meters above the gorge, ideal for the daredevil selfie lovers. The bridge's 2025 debut would mark China's latest infrastructure triumph, turning a once-remote region into a global engineering showcase. As Chief Engineer Li Zhao puts it, "Watching this colossus rise from the rocks gives me chills. It's like we're bending geography itself." And to be fair, he's right. Now, if you think this is impressive, then you need to join us as we look at the next one. Picture 2 colossal structures reaching for the sky, one in Toronto and the other just 3 kilometers away on the same street in Melbourne, locked in a silent competition to reshape their city skylines. Let's dive into the rivalry between Canada's The One and Melbourne's Sky Tower, a battle of super tall giants pushing the boundaries of engineering. The One in Toronto is a $1.4 billion needle-thin skyscraper designed to slice through the sky, reaching 84 floors high into the clouds. Beginning construction in 2015, but facing delays due to supply chain issues and lawsuits, this 328-meter concrete and glass powerhouse features an innovative stacked podium design stabilizing its sleek, towering frame. To construct this, engineers had to create new concrete mixes capable of supporting its weight without collapsing. It's almost like building a Jenga tower that defies the laws of physics. If completed by 2025 as scheduled, it will become Canada's tallest residential tower, packing luxury condos, a hotel, and a vertical mall into a space more cramped than a Tokyo subway. Meanwhile, Melbourne's Sky Tower, part of the $2.5 billion Melbourne Square megaproject, is also racing to reach its peak at 270 meters by 2025. Is it an illusion? A hybrid steel frame with prefab modules assembled like Lego blocks. But here's the twist. Its podium features a 3,000 square meter park indoors, which feels more like a rainforest encased in glass within a concrete jungle. Delayed by COVID, it's now racing to become Canada's tallest residential building and its first super tall skyscraper. Incredibly, the combined weight of these 2 towers is equivalent to 25 Eiffel Towers. But their true strength isn't in their height, it's in their urban transformation. If completed by 2025, they'll provide homes for thousands, reduce commute times with integrated transit, and show that even in the era of remote work, cities continue to evolve. Let's see who crosses the finish line first. And that's a wrap on the biggest megaprojects of 2025. You won't believe what's coming. From megacities emerging in the desert, to revolutionary wind farms and cutting-edge transportation systems, 2025 is shaping up to be a year of engineering wonders that challenge the boundaries of what we once thought possible. Now it's your turn to chime in. Which project has you most excited for the future? Share your thoughts in the comments, and feel free to mention any mind-blowing megaprojects you think will take center stage this year. If you enjoyed this tour of the world's most ambitious builds, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you're the first to know about the next groundbreaking project. Until next time, keep dreaming big and building even bigger.